And people and no one can do anything to you emotionally without your permission. It's your permission. The one thing that we've got in this world, that we can move our arms and we can move our legs, but the one thing that we've got also is attaching whatever meaning we choose to whatever someone says. You know, most people, like someone says like this, you're an idiot, and someone's like, oh, they called me an idiot. And it's a reaction, right? It's a reaction. You're reacting. What if you're proactive? And you had the meaning saying, cool, that person's obviously thinking they're an idiot themselves. Because whatever you say to someone else is just a reflection of what's going on in your own head. If someone's angry, they're angry with themselves. You can disconnect from that. You know, if someone's not being, heartfelt to you and loving, they're not being heartfelt and loving to themselves. Because everything that you do to other people, if you're loving to other people, you're loving to yourself. And I know that. I know that for a fact. I coach people every single day. And every single client that they get is just a reflection of them. If the person's struggling with money, I always say, oh, are you struggling with money? And they're like, yeah, I am. It's a reflection. And the cool thing about it is whatever's going in your external world, it's a representation of what's going in the internal world. So if we can get the metaphysical, which is the mindset, inside our minds to connect to love and to connect to whatever someone does, it's not who they really are. It's just the behavior that they're doing. And you've got to make the distinction. A human being is not their behavior. Anyone can be angry. I've been angry before in my life. I've been super angry before. But does that make me an angry person? No. Have I been depressed sometimes in my life? Yeah, I've been depressed. Most of my high school was. But is that who I am? No way. I'm so much more than that. I'm so much more than a behavior. And once you can detach yourself from that and say, I'm so much more than that. I'm so much more. I'm not going to identify myself as just one thing. I'm not an emotion. I'm not happy. I'm not super excited. I can feel happy and super excited, but that's not who I am. I can identify myself as anything. That's what Bruce Lee was once saying. What did Bruce Lee say? Be like water. Be flexible. When water goes into a cup, it becomes the cup. You can be anything that you want in this world. You can choose whatever you want to be. If you want to feel sexy, just own sexy. Own that as your identity. I am sexy, and you'll feel that. If you want to feel, super excited, start telling yourself, I'm super excited. And guess what? You'll start to feel excited. Because whatever you constantly speak, you become. So whatever you say out loud over and over again, that's who you become. And most people say, I'm an introvert. I'm an introvert. And they lock into that. I'm an introvert. So am I. But I can be an extrovert too. I can be whatever I want to be. Because I can choose to be whatever I want to be. And so many have so many limitations on this, saying, I can't be that. That's not who I am. I can't go out and express myself. Yes, you can. That's a belief that you've got to wipe out. And you've got to realize when someone's doing something to you on the external world, you have complete permission to let that go. Because so many people hate towards people. This person doesn't get it, so I choose to hate them. I've got this hate towards them. And they don't forgive them. I always so frustrated with whatever you've done in your past, whatever you've done, you've got to forgive them. Because you've got to realize, yes, you might have done something wrong to someone in the past, but if you just go and apologize from a sincere place, you're forgiving that part of you. And do you know what? If they choose to hold on to it, it's their shit. It's completely their shit. And they're in victim. So you're actually in victim mode if you don't choose to accept the forgiveness. It doesn't mean you have to be best friends with them again. But what's the point in holding on to this and not forgiving them? Hating someone's like drinking poison and waiting for them to die. What's the point in having an internal conflict inside when you can just decide, hey, I'm just going to forgive them? Doesn't mean I have to go up to them and say, I forgive you. But it's just a simple process. And I can give you a process right now. If there's someone in your life that you're not forgiving, just close your eyes. And as soon as you close your eyes, you've just got to obviously close your eyes and just imagine that you can see them, because their brain can't tell the difference between something we physically imagine or what we actually experience. So I want you to close your eyes, and as soon as you feel anger towards that person, you just straight away it's that reaction. It's just a conditioning. You just got that program inside your mind, and that program can leave how fast as it comes in. So all you got to do is close your eyes, and all you got to do is just say what you feel towards that person. Maybe you've got anger. Just see that person as you close your eyes and say, you know what, you did this to me, you did this, and let the anger out, because so many people hold in their emotions. What my job is to do is to help people release them, express them, because you don't want to hold on to things and repress them because they'll come out in other areas. You think, why was I so angry? And then you feel sad about it. And the reason was because you're not expressing yourself fully. And once you start expressing yourself fully, you start to feel happier. Expression or depression. Make your choice. If you want to express yourself, you feel happy. If you want to be depressed, you'll stay in that frame. But what you're doing is you're closing your eyes, and all you're doing is letting them out, and then at the end you're just saying, I forgive you. And you're going from that, and most people when they do this, they cry. They feel emotion towards it, and then do you know what? There's usually a cord between them, and then they cut the cord and let it go. Because as soon as they let it go, you are free again. You don't have that anger towards that one person, and believe it or not, people aren't even aware of this. You're not even aware of this, and some people aren't even aware. Some people aren't even aware of what they're doing. Some of them can be so angry towards you, and they're not even aware that they're hurting you. But you're reacting to it and say, they should be like this. They're going to be whatever's their truth. You have no right to even say what they should be like. So my one message to you right now is let go of any kind of anger towards someone that's hurt you. Because the more you hold on to it and the more you've got that anger towards it, just let it go. You'll be so much happier once you let go of that bullshit that you hold on to yourself. Because if you can forgive them, it allows you to forgive yourself. Forgive that one person